here that can handle your chaos, and you know who it is.
Not
TikTok.
Give me the power.
Give you
It's
the power?
TikTok.
Give you
Give
the power.
me the power.
Give you the power.
Yes.
I don't think you can handle that amount of power that I have within me.
give me your strongest chaos.
Nat, if you give me that chaos, I will make a Jack Smith stream part 2 on Aries.
Not on the campaign.
Not
Give
on
me
the
the power.
campaign stream. That shit's
Not on that.
crazy. You know, we actually want this to stay on Twitch. Thank you very much.
You know, I don't know what comes over Tavrick, but he fucking stabs Percival in the chest. Grips
that'll go
and
great for you.
runs into the forest.
Oh my gosh.
That was violent.
Chaos consumes him.
Good morning, chat. How's it
Shit.
going?
Was that live?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We've been on the live stream for a while, bud.
Oh, have we? Oh, I'm so glad I
About
didn't
7
say.
minutes.
Oh, fuck. You gotta warn me next time. I was about to make some not okay jokes.
We've been on. They've been
When
hearing
has
us
that
since
ever
the first
stopped you
time.
before?
Lost for the Tower of Chaos from me.
Tavrick gets into his carriage and starts driving towards the second tower.
Thank you, Frank. Hi.
Okay.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dylan.
See, if it's not on my stream, it's when I'm around. And I fucking.
Congrats,
Oh,
Nat,
like-
Nat and Bam on first and second, and Dylan on third. Thank you, Frank. Before I know we're on the roleplay screen real quick, but for chat to have the same context you guys have, since you are just approaching Orblend, they are getting the actual scale, because I finally scaled it. I finally figured out how to scale the tokens and the map appropriately.
A lost
Oh my
soul
God,
has
26 whole
returned to your shadow's embrace.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Only
Thank
26.
you very much.
Shut the fuck up.
Listen.
Shut your COVID ass up.
But
go get better.
Fuck you.
Chat, you want to see how small they are compared to the city?
Fucking.
Well, here's how big our map is.
Prepare thine booty cheeks.
Okay, that's a vast map. This blue line is
Who still got their ruler drawn, by the way?
600 feet.
That's airy. It's a size
I would
reference.
say it's the DM.
Look how tiny they are.
We're just itty bitties. We're just little guys.
I'm a speck of dust.
Is that, wait, that wasn't me. That's TikTok. That's how tiny we are. I can't fucking see.
Welcome to Orblend. Welcome to Anathema Rising, Crescent Heart.
Wait, where the fuck did Tavrick go? Wait, who the fuck took Tavrick?
It took you long enough, motherfucker.
Chaotic energy is here.
I love how my model.
Where's Waldo? Fuck you, fuck.
My model reacted to the things being thrown in tits,
You want me
but
to go
they
grab
didn't
them?
show.
I got it. I found him.
You found them. I made it
Yeah.
easy for you.
I just can't fucking. I have to pan the fucking screen. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I have to swap back and forth between panning and selecting because of how big this fucking map is.
You're welcome. You are welcome. Well, we have a recap to do because it's been a month since chat has seen us. Thank you for penning that.
I have a bad memory. So
if you guys want to put in also ARC and players for me, that would be very helpful. I'm going to pan this back over to our roleplay screen.
I'm about to say, don't even attempt to ask me. I don't even know what day it is. Oh wait, no, I do.
You don't.
It's Saturday. Well, Friday.
In fact, we'll
Saturday.
start with Ylvanna's recap of Luthien summoned Fox God Lady. I'm her favorite. We wrote down secrets so the Fox God Lady could judge us in exchange for knowledge. Tavrick almost got his shit rocked by pissing off the fox god lady. Hide and seek. More like tag, but you get it.
Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry.
Nature spirits and animals got to eat popcorn while Ylvanna had a heart-to-heart with yellow fox god lady spirit fox.
Wait, you're gonna read all of it?
No.
Good.
I'm
'cause I wrote
choosing.
shit.
What I'm about to say.
I'm reading
Yeah.
the things that don't spoil things. Emotions, more questions. Comfy spirit fox hug. Skips a couple of lines. Percival gets lost easy. Luthien has a moment that Ylvanna doesn't get paid enough to deal with, so she drags TikTok and Percival to go look at water while Tavrick gets his comfort riz on. Water not normally where water is meant to be. I made a pretty wooden fox to give to Fox God Lady and got a pretty wing in exchange. I got high off some magic flowers. I stabbed Tavrick. Orblin!
My notes are very well constructed.
They were beautiful. They were
10
beautiful.
out of 10.
I gotta poke God because I don't think God gave their recap.
Oh
So
god.
okay. Luthien,
Yes.
if you would like to give your recap by the stuff that happened in private with Fox God Lady.
Uh-huh. So, recap would be, long story short, I fucked up. I really fucked up. Mini golf with TikTok while others are getting, interrogated by Fox God. Followed by, I'm not crying, you're crying. And ending with, oh right, we got stuff to do. The longer version is, Luthien ended up summoning a goddess by leaving a sketch of what she believes the statue would have looked like, along with coins that appeared to have been previous offerings. She told the god that she saw them, heard them, and honored their place in the land's history. The god decided to actually show up, make all of them write one of their secrets on some leaves, and then read the secrets out loud while looking at various players who weren't the ones that wrote down the secrets. So a little bit of an odder interaction. Then we played hide and seek. Pretty much everyone, with the exclusion of Percival, who instead got a existential crisis. Everyone else got emotional damage. Everyone meets up. Some people got more lots than others. They found a river that was there that shouldn't have been there and wasn't on any of their maps. Percival found some rare herbs, which I believe give you or are used to make a potion of speed. And they end up going back to camp and heading off to their destination, and they reach the city at midday, and that is what I have.
Okay. Percival.
Oh god. Luthien summoned Fox God because they just had to say the right fucking words. We played hide and seek. My info and what I did. TikTok or Ylvanna, I'm unsure because I didn't really go back to check. Made a whole bunch of weed flowers sprout from the ground, and that got Ylvanna high as shit, and I took most, if not all of them, along with an idea. It was very short. Very quick, because I didn't write down anything that anyone else had about what happened to them in Fox God.
Tavrick, including our wibbly wobbly timey wimey Doctor Who stuff
Yes.
gif.
So I said fixed a broken we fixed a broken Kitsune statue. Luthien accidentally summoned a god. Whoops. We all exchanged secrets to a god of deception. Great idea. We played tag with a god. Oh, I'm not sure I should say. Wait,
Everybody
I'm not
got
sure I should say that
boons,
part.
so it's okay to say that. Everybody got gifts.
Okay. I got a boon. Percival started to harvest herbs. And then for some reason, we all started to depart for the city in the morning because wibbly wobbly timey wimey soup And then I posted a GIF of Doctor Who going wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff.
Because I love wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff. Why wouldn't I?
It's the best kind of wibbly wobbly.
TikTok, my favorite recap
Debatable.
to date.
All right, I had to like copy and edit it so I don't accidentally just say secret stuff. So here we go. Oh, IMC of Unit 001 TT Classification TikTok. Time for the recap. Luthien did some sort of ritual to give thanks to the fox statue, and by doing so, the fox statue became a fox lady. Weird, right? But wait, there's more. The fox lady turned out to be the one that has been playing fun pranks on Ylvanna. So that is why I appeared in a tree? Weird, right? But wait, there's more. The fox lady wants to play games with us. Games? What games? Chess? Checkers? Hide and seek? Bingo! Hide and seek. They want to play that game with us. Of course, games offer rewards, and our reward is a secret. But we have to tell a secret. What is my secret, you ask? My secret is, I know a secret. Let the games begin. TikTok is not fast, but TikTok still managed to catch their fox target, and therefore was given a secret. A secret? More secrets given for one secret. What's the deal? Water! Wait, water? Why water? Yes, but Tavrick was stabbed. Ouch! Sony! New adventures await. Now back to the show!
Bro, the mic peeking in that.
The microphone cut out at the perfect moments and had the perfect like radio type sound to it.
Trying to put like excitement in TikTok.
It's so good.
I love TikTok. TikTok is just the best. Love them. You love TikTok.
Now, as a brief announcement for chat, today's session will potentially be a little shorter or like halved, because a certain someone is sick with COVID and should be resting. So I'm not gonna.
I wonder who the fuck that person is. Fucking
not gonna keep
loser.
her
Get
hostage.
better. Why are you sick? That's so fucking cringe.
The worst part is the fact that it was timed to when you were supposed to be catering somebody's birthday fucking dinner.
Yeah, I get to do that next weekend on the actual fucking Sunday. I'm going to commit fucking strangulation or something. Or fucking. Oh no, wait, no, it's not on the Sunday. We're still doing it on the Saturday because Sunday got other shit going on. Paladin's thing, that's right. Yeah. Fucking. I'm hoping to still be sick next weekend, so I just ignore people and play D&D.
Wow.
So she did say so
No,
she can ignore people and play D&D. She wants to play
D&D for like your campaign.
Wow, fuck my campaign. I see how it is.
No, I said I'm
Don't mess with the sick baby too
I
much.
won't.
She said
I
you
won't.
fuck for your campaign.
I'm gonna stab something with scissors.
You've already stabbed Tavrick.
I'm gonna stab something yet.
No.
I'm gonna cut more cables.
Oh god. That's just what Nat does when she starts to like have a temper tantrum. She just takes more headphone cords and attaches it to the amalgamation.
Oh god, don't give Dragons.
I can't do that. I still have the remains of the
Natsumi_dev, I swear to fucking god, right now.
What? I
You
heard my
better
name.
not.
I was talking to the Wonder
You're
Bread.
fine.
What?
No, don't worry. It's okay. Pet. It's fine.
It's they were Nat was talking about chords and messing with them, and so your name came out because they're like, "Don't give him a heart attack."
Yes, please
You're
don't.
okay.
I'd rather
Make a
not faint during
homunculi.
D&D because of my heart rate and blood pressure.
Yes, I won't. I don't even know
Also-
where the tape went, so I think it rolled under the bed and I cannot be bothered.
Also, Dragon, what is the ETA?
About 5-ish minutes. Correct, Wonder Bread? 5, give or take.
Okay. When she gets close, I could go stand outside at the road because the road's, depending on which direction she's coming from, it's either the first one on the left or the last one on the right, depending on where she's coming from.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Okay, well. If you have not already, fill your drinks, get your snacks, get ready to lock in as we adventure into the western side of the city of Orblin.
Lock the fuck in, gamers.
Which we will
I'm in.
do after I get my own refill. And Paladin greets his lovely guest. So, unfortunately, it's already we'll be back shortly.
God damn it. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. It's
Fine.
fine. This Eldritch Rabbit would like to grant you luck on your endeavors. Thank you, Lily. Thank you.
Real quick, Paladin, Wonderbub would like you to stand outside and kind of guide them in because it's dark and they're nervous about making the right turn.
Yes, I got it. I'll be back.
Thank
I'm
you.
going.
So we've had a full recap, and we will be back momentarily.
Till then, they can hear chaos.
Yeah, till then you can hear chaos.
Chaos.
Chaos. Yes.
Chaos.
Does that mean enrichment?
Enrichment.
Oh my god! I should fight. How do I enrich? Give me a second.
I will get enrichment for the Discord, but I don't know how to get the enrichment to it.
Yup, that tracks.
Paladin's still out, but
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. We can probably get started-ish.
But enrichment.
Sick baby wants enrichment. I also have a cat that is demanding my attention. Right.
I want to watch this wheel spin some more.
Watch this wheel spin some more. You're just half asleep in the back of a wagon anyways. We can hear whatever's happening there.
I just heard. I think that's him. Oh God, I hope it's not a random person.
Uh-huh.
Prince, why are you?
Yay.
Just to be sure, you should accelerate and hit him. You'll find out.
All right, Paladin, this is
Ask
your
him paper or
girlfriend
pla-
exchange. Girlfriend, this is the
ask
exchange.
him
You
if he
are
wants
now safe in
paper or
his hands.
plastic.
Let the group chat
Paper or
know.
plastic.
I love you both. All right,
Yeah.
Damn
bye.
it.
Should have
And
asked him if he
you're
wanted
collision,
paper or
so I guess we
plastic.
didn't hit him. Fuck.
Damn.
All right,
So
I
close, Dan.
am back and not on the phone anymore.
Prince, is this your D&D session now? Are you taking over?
And baby, my small
Isn't it
son.
Is it crybaby?
Yeah, he's being a crybaby.
It's
I
my
laughed
son.
so much that my heart rate went really high, so he's angry about it.
Oh yes, Bam, your child.
My baby. It's my boy.
You are his fucking favorite, after all.
I know.
Hi,
It
Maddie.
only took me a week.
Also, thank you for the work, Ty. Yeah, within a week of being here, you became Prince's favorite. Listen,
then I
why
had to
are you
leave
being a baby
immediately.
right now? Why are you being a baby? Oh, why are you being a baby? You're interrupting everything. Sir.
Like a baby. Him child. Leave my son alone.
Him's baby. He's a prince. He needs babying.
Demand attention.
This is why you were named Prince instead of GRT.
He's a little prince.
Yo, prince.
My prince.
Go back to blanket time. You can tell Nat's getting the enrichment while we wait.
I know. I told him that we needed enrichment, and then they immediately brought up the video.
No, go lay down. Go lay down. You want out instead? I didn't think so. She's just lost. She's gone. She has been taken by the flower. She has been taken by the moon blossoms.
Yeah, the moon blossoms.
Hey. No.
I'm agreeing with you.
Uh-huh.
Look at the little guy
In a
go.
tone.
I know,
Yeah,
it's
he on
so
a
cute.
journey. He on a journey. Go
Uh-huh.
on.
Hero.
This is what he does when
Hero.
you transfer to a new trainer.
So TikTok and
Right.
Ylvanna are enjoying enrichment together with Luthien.
This is
No,
a
no,
hologram.
no.
TikTok is projecting.
Oh my god.
Does
Is
chat
either
want the
a
enrichment?
hallucination or projection. Oh,
Hang on, chat needs the enrichment.
All the
sorry.
enrichment.
The ship has arrived.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, chat, join me in the enrichment. This is the right link, right? I'm not
I
actually.
wasn't sure if you liked these, but I thought it would be a good.
Hey,
they're exchanging gifts.
Aww.
Yeah, it's a really
Chat, listen
sweet.
to it
It's
being
really sweet. He put
romantic.
together like chocolates and a stuffy and a lot of other stuff for them. So
Oh
it's
my God.
it's adorable.
Cute.
She saw it last night and went, yes,
Here,
that.
here, give me a
to
moment.
him.
Give me a moment to grab the
all
pic that he sent
Okay,
me.
so the thing about Paladin, chat, as much as you can hear him, and for the rest of you who don't know, I've met him. I met him when I was driving for my
This
move.
is what happens when I drive for almost 8 hours. 7.
And
No,
he's a gift giver.
Uh,
Well,
In fact, I'm gonna
Yeah, him
mute
and
him
old
so he has a
sweetheart.
moment.
drinks or anything. I got some stuff
Aw.
Yeah, that's literally
cute.
what he set up to see right as she walks in the door.
It's so cute. When I
Listen, the only
stopped to meet
gift-
him,
Oh.
because I had to stop halfway through my drive down to Virginia when I was moving, he gave me a little like woven basket, a woven cloth basket that had different snacks in it and a couple of drinks and a couple of little care items because I was gonna be on the road for a really long time.
Aw.
And then the trailer had a flat tire, so I wound up staying overnight.
Listen, the only gift this man has said that he would give me. He said he'd give me 2 gifts when he met me. A hug, and then he's gonna strangle me to death. So, you
and
know.
he gave me a
promised
Veldora
quite a
from.
Hi, I hope you
Ve-
don't mind, but I shared pictures of your gift pile for the Gofaen.
Yeah, all of stream could hear you being such a sweetheart.
Wait, was I not muted?
No,
No, you
No.
weren't, baby.
We
I muted you. I
They
muted you.
muted you.
Oh
After
no,
a moment.
I'm so sorry.
You're
No,
Yes,
don't
okay.
apologize.
It's
It
fine.
was adorable.
But yeah, he gave me
Cute.
a Game of Thrones bookend and Veldora from
laughing
that
at
time.
me.
He gave me the dragon from that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
I always have gifts for people.
Yes, he is such a gift.
Yeah, do you remember the 2 gifts you said you were gonna give me when you first met me, Paladin?
Yes, I was gonna give you a hug, and then I was gonna strangle you shortly after.
Yes, there we go.
And he's got
That's
a good
the one.
memory.
And
That's
for
the
Bam,
one.
I haven't decided quite yet.
There's 2 options for him.
Definitely on the
I
fence
have-
with them.
A lot of options, and they are both on opposite ends of the spectrum.
The joys of having cats
Anyways.
and being allergic to cats, man. Anyways, okay, we good? We good to continue now?
We good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We are ready.
Okay, it has been a long overnight journey and morning. It is about midday, because you were originally about 4 hours from your destination, so it is about the equivalent of our noon.
Mhm.
As you were approaching the gates of Orblin, because it does have 2 marble pillars with an archway spanning between the 2 at the initial path before it splits in 2. The road is shifted from dirt to semi-paved marble so that there aren't as many ruts for wagons traveling through. Now, we had quite the adventure before we hit the road for this one last time. And Ylvanna was coming down from a high. Luthien, what were you doing during the ride?
I believe that TikTok and I were sketching and doing our normal nerd out artistry sort of thing between the 2 of us.
Okay. Percival was driving, and Tavrick, what were you doing?
I would say I'm just riding in the carriage.
Bros just existed, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's just existing.
I am existing. Maybe I'm, the polishing armor and maintaining it, my usual stuff.
Okay.
Cleaning his wound.
Well,
Cleaning my
He healed the wound, remember? To fuck with me
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, no.
Luthien, do you communicate where you need to go in the city for this report to Percival as you are passing through this gate?
I would say that I do. So I would lean over to Percival and as TikTok is preoccupied with his drawings and sketches and other such things that he is doing. So I would lean over to Percival and let him know that I need to go to the lore keeper's office in the city to turn in my report, or I would need to go to the lore keeper's office in the city, I believe.
Okay.
If I'm remembering correctly.
It was either the lore keepers or the actual keep itself.
Yes. So I would let him know those two options.
Okay. So that is exactly where you were going. Casey, you're not from the city, but do you know your way around well enough is the real question. Do you know specifically where the lore keepers or you know where the keep is. Do you know where the lore keepers are? Or do you just want to take them to the keep?
If they were named,
I
but
know,
I would
right?
probably take them to the keep.
Okay. Either way, all of the official buildings are to the right. So, as you enter the gate, you will veer right towards the Arboretum. That is what the fenced off area is. That is where they manage trees and their growth for the sake of lumber production. It is a magically curated lumber production to respect the rest of nature while still providing for the realm. So, the whole lot of you are on the carriage, turning to the right, headed towards that little curve in the road. Are we ready to learn what some of these places are?
Indeed.
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 Sure.
All right, chat.
I mean, shit, I guess.
I wish I could highlight and drag all of you at the same time, but you will have to do this yourselves. So I will ping and you can move yourselves.
Where?
We're going to go over here.
Okay. Oh, I guess. All right, fine. Yeah.
Yeah, if you use the select tool, you can select all of us at once and drag us. That's what I just did.
Listen,
Let's
I'm dealing with
go.
my allergic to my cat situation right now.
You're adorable.
And I also need to pan. So you can select. First up in passing, this lovely building is our actual Arboretum management. This is our... Looks at official name in documentation that I have because I totally have my notes open and wasn't distracted by my cat getting in my fucking face.
Pause for dramatic effect.
Prolonged eye contact.
Nat, you sound so out of it.
It's the Arboretum Archives is what it is. So as we continue further to our left, we have my brain not functioning because it's been a week since I looked at
Weird
this and
name
I
for a
should have
building.
listened. What?
Weird name for a building, babe.
My brain not working.
Is it a neuroscientist? Like,
I have 2 brain cells and they're both competing for 3rd place.
I have been focused on so many things. So we have the Arboretum and then we have the library. So it's actual resource of other creations. Pan, Airy, Pan. We have our equivalent, our Orblin equivalent of Water Star's Gardens Grace over here to our right, which is, like, we're getting a tour and sightseeing, guys, because we're having to pass through on a carriage.
Uh-huh.
But we have the fountain and the trees and the actual gardening area. Okay. So, welcome to City Hall. Welcome to the Keep. That is what this massive ass building is. This
oh
is the
yeah, I
Keep.
would fuck it. Jesus Christ.
That
How would I
is-
not know what that building is?
If TikTok could whistle, he would whistle.
TikTok could eat a soft taco, no, he would.
It's like a like a
mean-
train whistle.
So we have the Keep,
It's not the biggest I've seen. I've
And
seen
towers
bigger.
here. the bathhouses.
Really?
the bathhouse looks smaller than the other keep of water stars, so that should give you another scale aspect here. Oh my gosh. Primary locations you will need to know that are not marked on this map. The Academy of Architecture and Arts, which is where they do building, carving, sculpting, and design. That is not, that isn't in. It is these over here. Both of these. Okay. We pan back up even further. We have our marketplace that everyone who's been here should be familiar with. And our residences. These are the apartment style residences, not the rest of the residences. We have our Hall of Metallurgy. Hall of Metallurgy.
Which one was the
Scion's
Hall of
Jewels.
Metallurgy?
Hold on, I'm about to mark them.
Oh.
Hall of Metallurgy is both of these buildings. It is massive. And that is because they want them on the waterfront to manage temperatures. Up here we have Scion's Jewels and Gems, which is a specialty market for the jewels and gems sent to the city from Zendalur. We have our Temple of Stars, obviously. That's in every city. I did forget to mention the Artificers Institute and School of Appraisal is also in the same set of buildings as the Hall of Metallurgy.
It was the Temple of what?
Temple of Stars.
Stars.
And then the Lore Keeper's office is at a different location here. It is up by the... It's still near the Temple of Stars, but it doesn't look the same as the one in Waterstar. Okay? A lot of the places sparsely scattered through the forest are private residences. There are a couple of private vendors, as well as small schools for children, places for education. There's a jeweler somewhere in there, a couple of other blacksmiths that have created their own establishments within the space. And a lot of the actual residential side of things is over here to the left half of the map. But majority of the places are residences and established businesses that are permitted to be. There's only a couple of things on this map I didn't mark, but a couple of them might actually be new. You would have to explore further to know. So, this big green building that you're right here. It's the inn. It's the inn closest to everything over here. Which is up to you of whether you want to stop there and leave any horses anywhere. But Percival, you guys actually have a resource here in town that you can stay at if you choose to stay overnight. But you also know that Ylvanna has a home of her own that is not in the actual city, but on an unmapped part of the area that you guys don't get to see today. So, are you just dropping Luthien and Tavrick off today? Or are you guys just running to do your errand real quick?
Yeah. Do you want... I would ask Luthien, I would say, this is the keep. Do you want us to sit out here, or do you think you guys are going to be a while?
I am a bit unsure on how long this will take. I would say you may depart and just drop us off, and she would since her and Percival are closer together, she would still point and cast de-spell message and go, but stay nearby just in case I get information on where the flower is, and keep close.
I will respond in message and say I will be at most at the marketplace.
And she would give Percival a discreet nod and a look letting him know that she understood, before leaning back and looking over to Tavrick and going, we are at the keep. This is one of the places where I can go for my task for the lore keepers. Are you ready?
Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Because you cast message inside the walls of the city.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Christ.
I completely
Can
forgot about
can
that
I
rule
mulligan
until
because
just
I
now.
completely forgot. I blame this on we haven't played this in a month and we haven't been in the city in a month and a half.
You may
TikTok's just
mulligan
looking
this.
like,
Okay, let's mulligan the whole message
Summons
interaction.
a god, fucking gets us arrested.
TikTok's
Fine.
Let's go back, Luthien.
You know how I said that I was the quote unquote troublemaker of the group? I'm just saying.
I didn't want to say anything, but
TikTok's like, we can cast magic here?
If it had been less than a month since we played, I would not have allowed you to mulligan that. But because it has been a while, yes.
Okay.
You may retcon that exact sentiment.
You could totally say that out loud.
Reconfigure what you would like to communicate.
Yes, you may drop us off, but just in case we are in need of your assistance or need to go back earlier, if you are still willing to allow Tavrick and I to travel with you, where might I find you?
At most, you would find me probably parked in the why am I only thinking of the wrong words?
Marketplace.
Marketplace.
However, I will remind you, Ylvanna's family is in town, and she has a home outside of town.
I know. I would stay there for a while. For most of the day, we will be over at the marketplace as I restock and possibly sell some more of my wares. But if I am not back, I will wait here probably in about another 2 to 3 hours for you guys to arrive. But if not, we shall be out of town to an acquaintance of ours for a visit and a chat that we always do when we visit Orblin.
You are saying this to a lore keeper who keeps records and would know the names of Ylvanna's parents if you communicate them, by the way.
And
May
just
not
in
know
case
them directly, but will know who they are.
Just in case I do need to find you at said residence for any sort of reason, I just want to be prepared, you understand. What are the names of the individuals that you are paying a visit to today?
Isladir and Arathorn. They are both guardians over Ylvanna and close friends of mine.
Wonderful. If I do have need of you and I cannot find you in the marketplace, I know where to look now. Thank you again, Percival. Your hospitality and kindness is very much appreciated.
Always a pleasure.
And with that, she would look over to Tavrick and just kind of nudge him as he's been sitting here staring at the same spot on the wood grain for a couple of hours.
Like, good morning.
Good morning. Give him a little nudge and go, Tavrick, we are here. Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
And with that, Luthien would double check and make sure that she has everything that she needs. before sliding down from the carriage or hopping down, as she is a little bit short.
Okay, so we're gonna take.
Tavrick just picks her up like a child and sets her down on the floor.
Do you leave your horse with Percival, Tavrick?
Trouble, trouble.
Or are
I
you
mean,
gonna...
I'm assuming there's a place I could tie him up at where
yeah,
we're going,
there's
right?
there's a place at the inn across the street, and also a couple of like little.
Yeah, I'd say
Posts.
I'd take Trouble with me.
Okay, so then we'll
Smart
leave
choice.
Trouble tethered outside, right here,
Hmm.
and then we'll put these three close together because they're just gonna fucking travel together. And up the road they go. Doo-doo. Okay. Tavrick and Luthien.
Hmm.
This is not the first time you have been here, and it will not be the last. To your knowledge.
Oh, great.
Fantastic.
You know the entrance isn't as obvious as it seems, that this is an old building designed by old elves and has been used and maintained and remodeled to respect the elven heritage that influenced the original architecture of it, while also holding and maintaining the imagery expected of the governing body.
Hmm.
So this looks like a massive tree that has been cut to create the spiral of levels that dome this keep in old white oak. It is one of the few buildings that are not white marble, but white oak, white wood. So, you'll know you have to take the main path, but then make your way to the southern entrance to actually reach the internal part of the keep, where any of the reports or posts or lore keepers exchange their documents under the watchful eye, because this isn't usually done at the lore keeper's office anyways for this location. So excellent choice, good job, you remembered your stuff. Great
I did
intuition.
my best.
I'm so
I'm
proud
trying.
of you. Inside, beautifully carved hallways that curve around in this circle. Give me perception checks, both of you.
Perception, right?
Yes.
Mm.
I just got a natural 20 and I had Wonder Bread pick the dice.
How does a 15 sound?
Manageable. Not a crazy high DC. I mean, you're familiar with the building enough anyways to navigate your way around. But the reason that I had you do this, Tavrick.
Yes.
The watchmen here are different. They are not the usual ones who guard these halls.
Okay. Meaning like they're different staff members or
Yes.
different how?
New faces? You don't know
Okay.
any of them.
Oh shit.
But you have a task at hand, and that is to escort Luthien to deliver this report unopened. Luthien, you have not opened this, right?
That is correct.
Okay. So you continue down, we're going this direction. So you're going to sort of work your way towards this wing over here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because the wall curves around. It all spirals up. The way this architecture works. I love it, actually. So we're moving our way down this way, following the ornate walls of this keep, which we don't get to see the inside of. Why did that go down there? You're not down there. You're over here. And you approach my forgotten words. I am so sorry.
It's okay.
It's been a day.
You're
I also
A-okay.
didn't- I also
It's
didn't
it's
rest
almost
very well.
been it's almost like it's been a month since we've
Right.
had a DM or
Shit. And basically me and Ari both had a new campaign shoved into our brains since then.
That is true. Both of you have had.
I actually was dealing with sickness overnight, so my studying and preparedness sort of shifted a little bit. I just forgot the names to a lot of the things that I needed to remember, and for some reason they're not in the notes that I have in front of me, so it's fine.
New names. Here we go.
Yep, that's literally what's happening, so don't be surprised if they change later when I find the correct notes, because there are a lot of... When you make a whole homebrew, you have to name everything. It's a lot of work, guys. That's for chat, not you guys. You already know. Okay. Office administration is what you're looking for. Lynette trusted you with this task, and you will know that it is a test of loyalty to not have this opened when it is taken to this office, where you will meet... Oh, come on, what happened to that sheet of paper? Handwrite things, guys. It's such a great idea.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like I shouldn't just handwrite a list of 100,000 freaking names.
I mean, hey, that's what I did for my campaign. I got a notebook with a bunch of characters and stuff labeled in it.
You shouldn't have told me that.
I mean, I don't have a DM notebook filled with characters and names.
Trevor. Going with the guy this time, guys. Okay. It almost looks like, you know, the offices that we see, or the glass fronted windows that we see at like actual government offices with the barriers and the little speaking boxes and the little document slip box below the window. That's pretty much what you're approaching. And inside is a just put the buffering symbol on my forehead, please, and bear with me. I do apologize, everyone. I apologize.
Wait. I have an emote for this. One moment.
I think I also have an emote for this.
Yeah, Ari also has an emote of just pure
There you
loading.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
Or
tell it happens a
beam.
lot with the fact that
The
there's
DM is currently experiencing technical issues. Please be patient while we restore it to its default setting. If you have any questions or concerns during this time, please feel free to contact customer support.
Default setting, TPK, everyone dies. The
Default
end.
setting TPK.
Oh, great. Well, good campaign, guys.
Oh my god.
Start from scratch, baby.
This is where you like
Listen, I have to
insert the
give-
window shutting off sound.
I didn't expect. Listen, I didn't expect him to get a nat 20 for me to have the all the fucking details ready. I should have been
never
prepared
do.
for that. Okay.
We never do.
Okay.
You can
So
thank Wonder Breath for that nat 20. She she chose the dice of the handful that I gave her, or of the two
We
that I
just gotta
gave
get
her.
back into the groove, babe. You can do it.
I do got to get back in the groove. I've been a player for like a month now, so my DM side is sort of out of practice.
Good.
Behind this glass is a male Eladrin. Not too far off, actually. With actually fiery red hair, short fiery red hair. And golden eyes in this aspect. Not entirely humanoid. Looking a little wilder. You, Luthien, will recognize this young man as Trevor. And as you are
Trevor.
approaching Trevor, Trefor.
Okay.
Got it? Okay.
Hmm?
I said, got it? Okay. And as you're approaching, he just looks up from the forms he is writing on. Luthien,
Trevor,
we were
wonderful
expecting
to
you
see you
yesterday.
again. I was delayed in my travels and I do apologize.
Let me guess, Lynette didn't tell you in a timely fashion, as she's supposed to, per usual, and caused you to be a half a day late on your departure.
Correct. She told me just about halfway through my workday, so unfortunately I departed later than I would have preferred.
He just shakes his head, shifting glasses back on his nose and looking back down at his documents. Well, you have the documentation I need, correct?
Correct. And she would reach into her bag to pull out the neatly sealed document case that still has everything original intact, has not been opened or touched.
Excellent. Wonderful job. And your keeper?
He is here, Tavrick.
Good day, sir.
Yes.
Just looks up
hello.
at you, says good day, sir, and just looks back at the documentation, accepting the case that Luthien is given, completely overriding, ignoring whatever you have to say, just making sure that you are present. So that he jots a little
Yes.
note
Hello.
down.
Okay.
And then proceeds to open the case to actually verify that the things are there and says, "Thank you for certifying this documentation. Did they tell you what you were to take back?" And looks up at Luthien again.
Yes, I believe that I am to take back a report on said object of interest.
Ah, yes, the documentation regarding the patient is here.
Yes.
And you were delivering to me, and you were taking back the research regarding that patient.
Correct.
There's a copy here for the keep, and a copy here for the actual lore keepers. Has two different parchments that are rolled and sealed individually. And then just sort of wraps a loose tie around them. Says, try not to destroy them or harm them in any way in the process. I know that you are certainly more trustworthy than Lynette gives you credit for, and I do apologize for that. They mentioned a sample to be sent, but that has not been processed safely, so that will not be ready for you to take. There is note of that in the documentation if they ask you.
Understood. I thank you for your effort in this, Trevor, and for your trust. I will make sure that this documentation arrives in the hands of the keepers and the lore keepers as safely and intact as I can possibly manage.
Very well. When did Lynette say that you were to be back, by the way?
In time for the Bloodwind Festival. Or Bloodden?
Bloden.
Sorry, Bloden. In time for the Bloden Festival. So I do have to be fairly efficient and studious with these reports and the research.
Keeper. He's looking at Tavrick now.
Yes.
If I give you my word as one of the administrations, would your particular administration require a report or trust that I have told you correct information? He's asking essentially how much your commanding officers trust you, and if you need documentation for if he changes the instructions given to Luthien.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't know that, would I?
You want to do an insight check?
Yeah.
Nat 20. Nat 20.
Well, I mean, there's some aspects you could safely assume as
17 plus 6 is 25?
23.
Or 23, I'm sorry, because I can't math.
Love
And I have a wonderful Wonder Bread next to me, correcting me.
Thank you, Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm good with D&D math.
Yeah,
You're good. I love the little gremlin voice of 23.
23.
So then you would know, while your officers trust you, regardless, because of conflicting information, it would be best to have documentation.
Okay. With all due respect, I do appreciate your word, but some documentation would be important.
Very well. And then just looks back down and starts filling out another set of instructions that is basically offering a half a day extra, so that you basically have until the beginning of the ball that you were invited to, Luthien.
Ooh.
He is permitting you until midday so that you are not penalized for being there the day of, because you were given the instruction late. And then puts he has a signet ring on one of his hands, puts a little bit of wax on the bottom of this page and presses the signet ring in, rolls it up, and passes it to Tavrick. Says, that should allow you a little extra time should you not arrive the morning of.
Thank you, Trevor.
Thank you.
I appreciate that extra time. It means a lot to me, as I was quite worried about
Lynette's
arriving
bad
on
attitude?
time.
Yes. I'm fully aware.
I wouldn't want to speak ill of my superiors.
Well, you are the best floor keeper they have there, so when you're ready to brave requesting a transfer, do send a letter.
I will. And I appreciate it. Thank you again.
You're very welcome. Enjoy the town while you have freedom from that wench. Clearly, listen. Clearly,
this is like,
there is animosity
Mad
here.
X vibes going on right
yeah,
now.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Luthien would let out a small laugh. It's not common that when she's in work mode she actually laughs. So this is something a little bit out of the typical. But I could see it happening more often with Trevor, as they seem to share a similar perspective on a certain individual. So she would laugh and go, as you wish, Trevor. I will enjoy the town and what it has to offer while I am here and have some extra time.
From what I understand, a new facility opened in our location here that is an extension of one from your town.
A new facility?
Oh my god, we're going to the strip club.
Yes.
Is
For the sake of, I believe when they put in the application for the building, it was for the safety of patrons who were traveling from afar to have more opportunity to do so safely.
hmm,
An uncommon venture that you would be familiar with as a lore keeper and record keeper where you are. So, perhaps you would find intrigue there.
I'm sure it will if it is the establishment that I am thinking of that would expand to this area and create an extension.
Do you have any dinner plans tonight?
None that I am aware of. Did you have something in mind?
I know you're not afforded many freedoms or friendships, but if you would like company for an evening aside from just your keeper, you know where to find me at the end of the day.
I will definitely keep that in mind. Thank you again. You've been a dear friend and a wonderful coworker to me, and I know I can always come to you if I do need such companionship and conversation.
Percival, how are you looking right now? No, you're at the market. Tavrick, how are you looking right now?
Just adding another name to my hit list. I mean,
So pissed,
see.
dude. Watching him unmute and mute again immediately after to stop any noises coming out is so fucking funny.
The list grows long.
I would say I'm probably I don't know, I'm not at the request he might, shift a little bit, but nothing really. He doesn't protest or anything, I guess. It's not really his place to say.
What's his facial expression like, though? That body language. Does he
Oh,
have clenched
he's
fists?
pouting. He's pouting. He's full blown like, cheek off to the side, pouting, just like, fucking damn it.
Looking completely indifferent, but way too indifferent for the moment that it's very obvious.
Correct.
Mhm.
Ooh. Well, if you decide...
and I think, I also think he'll like as they're kind of turning to leave, to like pause, turn around, take like a quick glance, look him up and down, judgingly, and then turn back around and keep walking with her.
Well, you're not going to see much because he is sitting behind a desk behind glass.
I know, but like just like
Mm-hmm.
like an over shoulder,
It's the
not
thought that
glare,
counts.
but it's the fucking checking back over the shoulder to be like, fucking goddamn it. I don't know.
This guy. Who does this guy think he is? Pretty much.
And with
Yes.
the end of that, Luthien would give Trevor a soft smile and bid her farewells. Thank you for the additional time and information, Trevor. I will depart now so that I may take care of my tasks as quickly and efficiently as possible. And if I do have time to meet with you tonight, I feel like that would be delightful. I will let you know concretely later, though.
Beautiful. Excellent. Well, travel safely if I do not see you before then. And don't let Lynette bully you too hard. It's not
I
your
will do
fault
my
what's
best.
happened.
I understand, and I will do my best. However, as you know, in my position, there is not much that I am able to do to prevent her from anything like this, besides requesting a transfer.
Hey, Tavrick. Give me an insight check.
Okay. Wow. 12.
With your +6?
Yeah, with my +6.
Oh my
6
god.
+6.
Oh.
12.
It's just one of the administrators who oversees her tasks from afar. Being friendly. That's about all you got.
Oh yeah, friendly.
Mm-hmm.
No. Mm-mm. You don't read any further into that because of your insight check.
Oh, damn. Okay.
He is genuinely offering friendship from what you can see. Okay.
I'd like to use my inspiration to reroll.
There it is!
Oh my god.
Much better.
Fuck
18
off.
plus 6. So 24.
Ooh. Luthien, do you also want to sort of gauge an insight on this, or are we just gonna...
Gauge an insight as to what he may want, as this seems a tiny bit more flirty than she's used to with him. And that is, holy shit, that's a nat 20.
We want to know what his intentions are. We want to know if she's going to be back before 9. We want to know if there's going to be anything sus going on. I want names. I want dates. I want to know his blood type.
You need to make that into a meme. Please.
You are a beautiful, beautiful woman. However, you know...
There should be no however after that, but continue.
Pause. However, you can gauge, both of you, that the intentions being played here are not... They're being played like romantic interest to a degree, guised with compassion and friendship. But this man has either been told to pursue you romantically to keep a closer eye on you, or is trying to gauge what you know by taking you to dinner.
Okay.
Okay.
So somewhere along the lines, someone is suspicious.
Would we know of any safe spaces to talk in this area? Kind of like how Luthien's house was one.
You guys are technically still on the outskirts of the city too. You could literally like walk a couple feet down to the woods and...
Could you?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to ask if there's like a
Luthien acquired new information today. But as far as in the situations you are currently in, you do not, because this is not your city.
Okay.
However, you have options ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
And Luthien, the only reason that you were given the information about the other location was because it is known that you go to the other location for indulgences.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! So they fucking know you go there.
Of course they do. They know everything about me.
So, where would you like to go from here? Technically, your tasks are complete.
Technically. I could see her honestly trying to, and I could see her wanting to go to Bryn's, honestly, to um one potentially because she wasn't given explicit instructions to keep these documents sealed, correct?
No, she was not.
Okay. And everyone knows that she's a bit too curious for her own good, which is why she's such an excellent lore keeper.
Mhm.
So I could see her wanting to make an excuse to I'm sorry, Tavrick, but to theoretically ditch Tavrick to go to this new extension of Bryn and check it out, and if it is safe like the Bryns in her own city, she would want to look at the documents, try and reseal them as close to original as possible using her forgery kit, and then go look for this flower with the help of Percival. So that's sort of where my mind is going for her plan of attack.
The issue is Tavrick can't be seen without you without getting in trouble. Are you going to risk that? Or are you going to take him to Bryn's? Bryn's part 2. In attempts to distract him while doing your things.
And I could see that working, or at the very least, leaving him at the reception area while she delves further if he is not interested in indulging anything.
Tavrick, you were given specific instructions. The documents that you were told to make sure were kept closed have been delivered, realistically. You were not given the same instructions for these ones. But you were also told to keep an eye on her.
Okay.
So.
I mean, I feel like he's gonna just, I mean, for me, it's like, because we're in the city, he's gonna follow her because there's fucking eyes everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna make sure that Tavrick is seen with her at all times. Now, when they get to Bryn's, I could see him like staying in the lobby because he's genuinely like not interested in that stuff. But he knows that the only
is?
You know what? God damn it, you're right. I don't know what it is.
You don't know what that stuff is.
I don't know what Bryn's is. I'm gonna follow her.
So Luthien would gently tug on Tavrick's like sleeve or something to get his attention, as she normally does with him, and just goes, I would like to check out the establishment that Trevor mentioned. If you're willing to escort me there. I'm not sure it would really be your scene. However, I would enjoy your company.
Yeah, of course. I think it would be cool to check out too. I always enjoy visiting new establishments.
Perfect. Well, it looks like, and I could see them walking out of the building and down the street while exchanging this interaction. It looks like it was opened up. Do I know where on the map it was opened up?
He didn't tell you. But you also technically haven't left in full yet. Do you want to ask before you go?
Yes, so I could see her looking before they left in full. I could see her pausing in front of Trevor's desk and just Trevor, I did have a question. That new establishment that you mentioned, would you by chance be willing to give me the location?
Sure. It's southeast of God's Grace. Garden's Grace is what I was saying. Sorry, I had a mouthful of food. Sorry. Like
He's on his lunch break right now.
either cut through the garden for the scenic path, or out the back door to follow along the water. You thinking of heading there now?
Thank you. Uh-huh. Yes, I am. I have some acquaintances who work in the establishment, were back in my city, and I heard that they were traveling recently, so I'm curious as to whether they are here and what they might have been getting up to. It's always nice to touch base with acquaintances and friends as you're all going about your paths of life.
Well then, you know where it's at. Have a nice rest of your day, and I'll be here until the end of the workday. If you decide you would like to have dinner or anything.
Thank you, Trevor.
When you get back, are you going to the bowl?
Yes, I am.
Do you have a date?
I do potentially have a date to the ball.
Oh,
Yes.
do I know who?
And
I'm not sure that you would be associated with them.
Ah, must be a local who doesn't leave, right?
Exactly. Not that I would know anything about that.
Ah, well,
Hmm.
anyone taking you to that ball will be lucky to have the brightest to accompany them.
And she would give him a shy smile and go, "Thank you, your words are very kind."
I'm still gonna need a charisma check from you.
Oh shit. Okay. Come on, dice, please. Please, please. I beg of you. How does you said charisma, right? How does a dirty 20 sound?
It sounds like his flirting fell so flat.
Uh-huh.
Because that was a reach. That's okay.
Yes.
Well, his statement stands. And now you know where to go.
Yes. So, I could see her being slightly familiar with the keep, going out through the back door with Tavrick and through the gardens to said building.
I will say while we're walking through the garden, Tavrick will kind of look at Luthien and go, "You have a date? I did not know that."
Yes, a dear friend of mine is escorting me to the ball.
Oh, uh, okay. Is this someone I would know, or is this a long-term friend?
Long-term friend of mine. I'm not sure that you would exactly be associated with them.
Ooh.
Oh,
You want to give me a history check on that one, Tavrick?
oh, okay. What's my bonus for history? I don't think I have any. 0, so 17.
You have no idea who they could be talking about.
All right, cool.
You don't know who they could be talking about. You have no idea who they could be referring to, but it ain't you.
Man, your ward going on a date with someone you don't know? That's crazy.
Now,
Bold.
it's because you don't know who they know and who asked them.
Mm-hmm. I think after that, Tavrick kind of he'll go, "Oh, well, I hope you have a wonderful evening, and if you need any protection while you're going there, I'd be happy to escort you as well as." You know what? Never mind it. He'll just like he'll pick up the pace and keep walking through the garden faster.
Can Luthien do a little insight check, because that seems a little bit sus with how well she knows Tavrick.
Yes,
Fail,
you may.
please.
Absolutely. With
Please
advantage.
fail, it would be so good.
With advantage? Okay. I
Two
will
nat
roll
ones.
2 then.
Double nat ones. Here we go.
Snake eyes.
Manifest
please.
it. Manifest.
How does a fuck, what's my modifier for that? Insight?
Yes. Your modifier for insight.
Is a 3. Okay. How does a 17 sound?
Do I get to try to roll for deception
Or persuasion.
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage?
Yes.
Oh,
Because this is
fuck.
someone you spend a fair amount of time with.
I'll do deception with the right or persuasion.
Do
Yeah, I'm
not
doing
s-
deception.
Do not state which. Unless
Yeah.
they have a feat that allows them to know when they are being lied to. Do
I
not
remember that rule.
state.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
All right, well, in that case, fuck you. You don't know what I'm rolling. Double disadvantage. 15? But that's beaten by what'd she roll? 17?
17.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Damn.
what are you actually
close.
feeling and thinking in this moment, Tavrick?
Oh, he wanted to go with you.
Yep.
He was hoping to, whether it maybe not have it romantically, but just having some downtime together and maybe doing something outside of quote unquote work. Because opportunities like that don't exactly present themselves like that very often. So he was hoping to be able to, spend an afternoon with you. But no, it's fine. You do your thing.
She gives him a small smile and just kind of has this knowing look as she knows Tavrick, and just goes, maybe next year, the next time I'm invited to a ball, I could have you escort me.
And yeah, sure. I mean, I don't want you to feel like you have to or you're obligated or anything. It's your choice. And
I know.
I don't want to take that from you.
You're not. I'm offering.
Okay. And he kind of smiles a little bit, and he maybe like, okay, all right, let's get back to walking.
It takes
He tries
you
to
guys,
deflect a little bit.
Yeah. It takes you guys about 20 minutes to actually get from building to building. So, as you are breaking into the clearing, Luthien, you immediately recognize identical architecture. This structure realistically could have been cloned.
Mm-hmm. Can you know what? I'll wait.
You'll wait for what?
I was going to do a perception check on if she could tell whether or not it is cloned, because she's very familiar with Bryn's.
Give me an Arcana check.
An Arcana check? Okay. That would be a 22.
Can I?
Borrow you for a second? Can you what, Paladin?
I was also gonna request if I could make, since like we've been walking a while, could I make a perception check to see if anyone's been tailing us or following us or?
Sure. If you would like to.
DM whispers. The first DM whispers.
Luthien, if you go to live prep, I will be there in a moment.
Okay.
Where's perception?
So living for the growing tension that's happening in
Oh, there
this
it is.
like one-off duo session that's going on.
17.
You are not being followed.
Okay.
Yay.
To my knowledge.
To your knowledge, you are not being followed. Be right back. Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. So we're here.
Yep, that was a 22 for
Yes.
an Arcana check.
Mm-hmm.
And give me a secondary perception check so I can gauge
Okay.
how much to tell you with that 22.
Give me just a moment to roll.
You got a second.
Okay. That would be, and this was perception, correct?
Correct.
That would be an 18. Yes, 18.
Add a d4 to that.
Oh, okay. So that would be a. Give me a sec. D4 time. I need triangles. Sorry, I gotta empty out my dice bag to try and find one. There we go.
No, you're good. For reasons. It's just for reasons, you know?
That would be a +2 on that, so a
Okay.
20.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
It is, by some magical means, identical in every aspect. And with a 22 on Arcana, as you are getting closer.
Mm-hmm.
And as you, I'm going to tell you this before you approach and go through that door because I don't want Tavrick to hear this unless you communicate with him. You will be able to gauge that the front door of Bryn's is a dimension door.
Ooh.
So this building looks identical because it is. And part of the magic of Bryn's is the fact that this is a dimension door, front door.
Okay. Okay.
Okay?
Okay. So, let me, just from my understanding, with this door being a dimension door, essentially they would be going to the original Bryn's once they go through. Or once they enter in. Am I correct in that?
Give me an insight check for that particular question.
Okay.
Because you haven't gone through the door yet.
Yes. How does... That's a flat 19 plus 3. What is it with me and 22s today? That's a 22 as well.
Perhaps it's time to play the lottery. Yes. Going through this door takes you to the original Bryn's.
Okay.
So,
Hey,
act carefully in front of Tavrick as you go through this door.
yes, I will.
Okay. We may return.
Bet.
Oh,
No
Hey.
Oh, hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay.
I'm refreshed
Hi.
for the tea that is about to happen now.
So,
Let's go.
Tavrick, you have never been
Yes.
to Bryn's in Waterstar. You have
Mhm.
never approached the ornate door. It is not something that has appealed to you.
Mhm.
So, I'm going to use the little ping for this because I need to describe this portion right here is like
oh, here it is, down here.
a column. Yeah, it's over here.
Oh, it's the penis building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this portion is a column that
tip.
essentially holds a form of
It's the tip.
security. And this one is actually surrounded by and these are the differences, Luthien. This one is surrounded by the Feywild type trees that are usually found in Garden's Grace at all of the cities that are being grown everywhere. So this one's a lot fancier from the outside on strictly the grounds, but the building is the same.
Mm-hmm.
So Tavrick, as you guys are approaching this, it is the only time you will ever in your life see a solid obsidian door with ornate handles and jewels embedded in the door as you approach. Who enters first?
I could see Luthien entering first, and she puts her hand on the door and just glances up at Tavrick and goes, "You might want to take a deep breath before you go in." And then she opens up the door and enters, and I know I need to make a roll for that. And that would be a 17. I can't remember specifically what roll, but that is a flat 17 without any modifiers.
It's a con save with advantage.
Con save? Okay. Let me roll another one then.
And Tavrick, because you were given a warning,
Mhm.
will also have advantage on this con save as you cross the threshold into Bryn's.
Okay.
So
Wisdom.
that would be a 19 with my modifier for a con save.
You're just fine.
So,
Wisdom was a separate save. Bam. For something that happened
Okay,
with you
okay.
in particular. So,
Oh,
so
awesome. Okay.
with advantage, a nat 1 and a 6 for a total of 9.
Yeah, baby! It's all happening now.
Perfectly balanced.
And as
I
much as I
want
would
you
love
on
to
your
use my
ass in the
inspiration,
building.
I'm gonna get high as a kite and get fucked by a dude.
Oh man.
It's all according to plan, baby.
Hey bud.
Yeah?
God, this feels
You
like it's karma on what you did to Isaac.
That's totally true.
As you cross this threshold,
Mm-hmm.
your stomach flips. And because you got even lower than I anticipated with advantage, you don't even get an opportunity to feel the nausea. Your stomach flips and you immediately throw up on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Upon entry. Don't even get a chance to see the surroundings.
Oh, fantastic.
All over
Almost as
Luthie's
if you didn't quite
shoes.
believe the warning that she gave you to hold your breath for a second.
Damn.
And
Hang on, I'm just gonna need a minute.
This brand new establishment right in the foyer. All
He's
over
like,
Luthie's shoes.
God, I'm so sorry. I'm so
really
sorry.
That is not the impression you want to leave.
Just
Luthien,
Yes.
there is no other smoke in the foyer as you enter, except for a very basic, very light incense. So, you could pretty well gauge why he had the reaction. But Tavrick will not. Because he doesn't know. He doesn't know shit. Bro has just lost all of his breakfast and lunch Right there.
Everything that he's ever eaten in his entire life.
So,
The tacos from the other night, the fucking.
but the foyer is identical. And behind the main counter of this space. Well, hello, darling. I bet this is a surprise.
Emery, and yes, it is. And I hope you do not mind. I did have to bring someone with me.
Do you have a doggy bag?
They set a glass of water on the counter and wave their hand, and the mess you made is gone.
Oh.
And say, drink. But you may want to blink a few times. You seem a little out of it.
He'll blink a few times and then drink the water.
Now you may give me a perception check. Tavrick.
Okay. 14. Wait. Yeah, 14.
Okay. Luthien? Perception? With advantage, because
Alright.
you're familiar with the space, so you're familiar with the
Yes.
low lighting.
Mm-hmm.
This is the whole reason we're doing a perception check, is
Wow.
because it is low lighting.
2 nat ones. What's going on with my dice today? Hello?
Welcome to
3!
Emery's
Oh my
motherfucker. You are out of your
God.
element,
Oh
bitch.
my God.
This is Brins now.
You said perception, that would be an 18.
Okay. So, Tavrick, what did you get?
Is that your first nat
I got-
one?
So I don't think I got a nat 1. I had advantage, so I got a 6 plus 3 is what I ended up getting.
Okay.
But I
You
just
like
I just
sixes
test
and Brins,
rolled
huh?
I just test rolled my dice. And of the 6 that I just rolled, I got nothing higher than a 10 in 3 nat 1s. I am terrified.
Brins is not liking you, my friend. I hope you get a nat 1 in this. It would be such a perfect parallel to my only nat 20 so far being
And-
exiting Brins.
But yes, I got a 14.
Okay. So, because of your dark vision, you can see to a degree, but because of the haze of the incense, you don't get as clear of a vision as Luthien, who is familiar with the space, as Emery stands before you, steps out from behind their bar. Tavrick, what you see is almost like a sort of black box of a room. It is just a small foyer that has a few places to sit if you're first entering and have basically what you're experiencing right now, which is where you would have been able to just sit immediately upon entering the space. And of course, everyone knows prestidigitation, which cleans up a mess in a heartbeat in this land. That's what happens there. You would know this as someone who also knows this spell.
Wait, do I?
You're supposed to, even if you don't have it on your sheet, have a note somewhere that everyone knows how to cast prestidigitation.
Okay.
Because of the laws of cleanliness and such. And sitting drinking your water, you can gauge this is a typical sort of entryway into a building that has more black doors. The space beyond is closed off. You only see this space. And this time, Luthien, since you are most familiar with Emery, their hair is longer. Brushing their shoulders, combed back, wearing something a little different. How to describe this? Because in case you guys don't know, Of course, I have a whole closet specifically for Emery because of your reactions to everything. So. It almost just looks like a coat from the front, a black coat that has a long, deep V. Here, let me send it to you. The inspiration for this. The inspiration for this outfit this day. Da, da, da,
Oh,
da,
damn.
da, da. Hi.
Yes.
Excuse me while I go make more Emery memes.
Whoa.
Hey chat, you want to
Next
see the inspiration for how Emery looks today?
Top off
Neck.
bodyguard. Oh my god.
Neck strokes. Nah.
That V is almost down to the belly button. Holy shit.
Look at
Yeah.
that back.
Well-toned, handsome. White hair touching their shoulders, but combed back a little bit neater than this. With an obsidian stone hanging from a cord on their neck.
And Luthien would smile at Emery as she sees him in this outfit or sees them in this outfit and just goes, "Your hair is longer. And is that a new outfit? You look absolutely fabulous, my darling."
Tavrick, how tall are you again?
Huh?
I said, Tavrick, how tall are you again?
Hang on, let me check my sheet.
It was like six,
I don't remember.
7-ish, right? 6, 7?
6'7", yeah.
If you stand up face to face with Emery, they are taller than even you. As they look down at you, and again, you don't see things clearly because of the fact that there is incense. The pleasant smell of cedar and rose in the space. And as Emery offers a hand to Luthien, Luthien, with your beautiful perception, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
you notice for the first time a unique stone set in one of the rings that he wears that almost looks like fire when the candlelight hits it.
Mm-hmm. And is that new jewelry that I am seeing? Have you gone
Oh.
on a shopping spree without me?
Not at all. Not at all, my dear. I don't think I would ever go on a shopping spree without you. No, these are things that I save for special days, like the grand opening of a new location, since we finally got our permits cleared for such.
Understandable. That is indeed a special day.
Beautiful start to a new year as well.
Yes, I would have to agree with you. Tavrick, would you like to wait here while I talk to my dear friend?
I'm sorry, I was flirting. What's going on?
Oh my god. Can we give him another perception check with disadvantage?
I'm so sorry.
He's
That was
mad
funny, that was
distracted
funny.
right now. He's getting jealous. He's like, fucking Airy flirting with my partner. I'm gonna turn to my left and flirt with the partner right here.
Look,
Oh
I
my
can't help
gosh.
that I have my beautiful girlfriend next to me.
Oh, the joys of talking.
And anyway. So what am I rolling? With with disadvantage?
You're not even gonna try.
double disadvantage. Sorry.
No. Luthien was asking Emery if they went on a shopping spree without her.
Oh.
To which they said, no, I would never. Essentially. As they are holding hands for a moment. Because Luthien... as you place your hand in Emery's, Luthien, he, for the day, lifts it up to brush a very light kiss on the knuckles before glancing at Tavrick. Says, are you all right there? You seem a little uncomfortable.
When he hears this, oh god, I don't know if I wanna.
It sounded like you were saying, oh god, as if you were gonna throw up again.
He projectile vomits all
No.
Ruin the moment. That's what I go. No, I was kidding.
Sounds like fatherless behavior to me.
Oh, damn, girl.
He will. Damn, not my trauma. He will look at Emery, and without really responding to Emery, he'll go, Luthien, I take this as the friend that you told me about.
You're drinking the water, right?
Do what?
You're drinking the water that they gave, right?
I guess I've been drinking it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Do
god,
I need to do a fucking constitution save or some shit?
You're gonna add 7
Go for
temporary
drugs.
HP to your bar.
Oh my god. Cookies!
And it'll help settle. It helps settle the stomach. The nausea surpasses, and you find yourself able to breathe and see clearly again. Like it's helped stabilize your nervous system a little bit.
Okay.
As if it was intentionally curated to negate whatever negative effects occur coming through the store.
Okay. But
friend that you've told him about? Are you gossiping about me, darling?
Gossiping? Why, that would mean that I'm saying something bad about you, which we know I would never. He heard that I had a date to the ball, and so I was letting him know that I had a dear friend taking me.
Oh.
Which, of course, would be you. If you are accepting, of course.
If I am accepting? Oh, my dear. You do understand that if I'm to be your date, then I get to have a say in your wardrobe, right? Which you trust me with, right? The utmost trust. Oh, perfect. I have the most beautiful gown for you. Right up your alley. I'd love to make you the belle of the Bowl of Blossoms.
as they're saying this, Tavrick is squinting super fucking hard at Emery, and he is going to divine sense them.
Oh my god.
It got really quiet. I don't know how I'm feeling about it.
I'm so excited for whatever results about to happen.
You want a divine sense. Okay. Read me the terms of your divine sense in particular, please.
All right.
So here for this.
So as an action,
You did it.
as
Oh
an
my
action,
God.
I can detect good and evil. Until the end of the next turn, I can sense anything affected by the hallowed spell, or know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet. I can use this feature 2 times per long rest.
Oh my god, I'm so
Breaking.
excited.
I think he broke the DM.
So excited. You're a
Oh,
genius.
I'm loving this.
Wait, Eri, doesn't this mean that Luthien would get caught up in the spell as well?
Ooh. You are
Since
right.
it
30
isn't a
feet,
targeted
yeah.
spell.
It's
So-
just a radius.
So it's not targeted, it's
It's a
just anything
radius.
around me. It's like
Yeah,
a
it's a-
radar, so I can see
Ooh.
each one.
And with that,
It's a
we're
radar
gonna
thing.
take a BRB while I use the restroom and ads hit because I
No!
want chat to see this. We'll see you all in 3.5 minutes. Shoutouts and welcomes to Miss Moods, by the way, and Dead Space. Miss Moods is doing their own campaign and stuff. One shot, I believe they were trying to do if they didn't already do it. I'll see you guys shortly.
You genius motherfucker.
Tavrick!
Dude, you said that and I audibly gasped. I'm so
Are-
mad I was muted because I was like, oh, this guy's a genius. Holy shit, I'm so excited. God damn it, can we go one session? Since Luthien has summoned the fox, if you get another goddamn god into this mix accidentally, somehow, some way, I'm gonna lose my
I just have honor stream pulled up just in
Sorry, Mark.
case.
There's a whole, like, everyone else is gonna find the gods that are not partnered with them.
Meanwhile, Percival on TikTok. I wonder how Tavrick and Luthien are doing.
And we're just like, I'm teaching you how to run the store in the market and like helping with random orders that happen and showing you where everything is.
And just so you're aware.
Yeah, I really feel like you did, dude. You're fucked. I'm so excited.
Wonder Bread just literally got up out of their chair, threw their hands up in the air, and walked into the other room.
Oh my god, dude, you're so awesome. I'm so ready for whatever's about to happen.
Are you ready for Tavrick to potentially know a little bit more about Luthien than she would like to disclose to him?
I'm so ready for whatever drama, whatever information, anything that's about to occur. I'm so here for it.
We had to go on break.
Fuck.
Because of this.
I should have gone with you two.
I used Divine Sense on Emery.
I'm familiar with how Divine Sense works.
I had the option, by the way, for the record. Eri gave me the option to either stick with TikTok and Ylvanna or go with you two to this location.
So they're meeting, or Luthien is meeting Emery, yep. And Emery was making flirtatious comments of being super intimate with, or not intimate, I don't know if that's the right word, but he just kind of like hard glared.
Was rather like blatant and risque.
I guess I don't
know about blatant, but it was just
It
laying
had
it on
spicy
hardcore.
connotations.
it was very much a jealous. I'm gonna divine sense you to get a vibe on you. just
Oh my god.
just
dude.
because he doesn't know the place and he's like, I don't know this person. This place seems sketchy as fuck.
As
Divine
Aaron's
sense.
gonna come back and be like, if you did anything else, you would have
somebody
missed
who
this
has played a
trigger.
half-orc paladin with an elven romantic interest. I understand very, very well.
I'm so ready. I'm
I'm just
so
gonna,
ready.
I'm gonna look at Emery. I see you and I hear you.
No! I am not
Oh,
ready for
fuck.
this.
You're not
Paladin,
ready for this. How do you think I feel?
Dude, I'm so here for this shit. I'm so ready.
Okay, but
want
I
this-
don't
you're
think that
so
you
perfect.
understand. Are you ready to potentially see Luthien in a different light depending on what Eri says? Because this is a radius.
Let's shake your worldview.
Oh
Orc.
shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So you would be able to tell not only Emery but Luthien. So you're hitting her with the divine sense as well.
Yeah.
What does Tavrick see of Luthien as this divine sense triggers on her?
I feel like good and evil is definitely more of a perspective. So I'm going based off of the perspective that he has from being a guard for so long, and sort of his preconceived notions about Luthien, and I could see him sensing essentially bad from her.
Why?
Well, you and I know why. I'm not sure if the others are meant to be privy.
We're gonna get kicked out.
What you are referring to does not trigger anything because of the fact that it is your alignment is neutral good. He sees you are good. Anything else is subjective.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a celestial or fiend or any other type of creature that he would detect with this magic?
Ooh. I'm not sure how that would work with her being an Eladrin. But as far as I, as the player, know, Luthien is not a celestial. I could see him sensing that there's she's had contact with celestial
Yeah, there'd be a
beings.
celestial aura sort of emanating, but unless his divine sense triggers on Fae in particular as an elf of the Feywild descent, no. His divine sense does not trigger on anything for you except for you are good.
Yeah, it does not trigger on fey creatures. It's just celestial, fiend, or undead. Unless, wait, is there fiends in the Feywild?
But they trigger as
No, you're
fiends.
thinking of Fae, and I think the only subclass of Paladin that gets Fae stuff added to them is Oath of the Ancients.
Okay, yeah, no.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where the words of the divine sense matter. So the only thing he senses from you, Luthien, is good. Neutral good. So Tavrick would know upon this lighting up that Luthien is neutral good.
Mm-hmm.
No ill intent, no neutral intent that is going to be chaotic of any kind. Neutral good.
Mm-hmm.
Now. Welcome back, chat. Welcome back, players.
Here we go, baby. Here we go.
As Emery has placed this small sign of affection with a brush of lips across Luthien's knuckles, and Tavrick has narrowed his eyes in a sort of jealous suspicion and triggered a divine sense for what we could call truly the first time since accepting his oath. The dark room lights with pure celestial energy. You don't sense good, you don't sense evil outside of the good that is Luthien. But Emery glows with celestial energy.
Mm-hmm.
And Luthien, give me a brief wisdom save.
You're making me nervous. What's my wisdom? That would be a dirty 20.
A dirty 20?
Yes, correct.
You do not see, as Tavrick sees, Emery lift their other finger to their lips in a shh, shh, shh to Tavrick of say nothing of what you have just seen, with an undertone of a threat. Ooh.
Oh my god. And another roll, baby. Let's go.
Tavrick, give me a roll.
What type of roll?
A roll.
Unless you
A
roll a
roll.
nat 20, it doesn't matter. Roll.
God, no. I got a 7.
This is the shit.
You feel the threat. And know that if you say anything, there will be consequences. As you are intimidated by the subtle aura of Emery. And just gives you a quick little wink before resuming his conversation with Luthien. So, about that dress, did you have one in mind?
Emery, you know how my typical wardrobe is. I did not have anything in particular in mind. However, I was hoping that I might be able to peruse the wardrobe I have acquired here.
Ah. I might make another suggestion later, but you seem to have a mission in coming here. Have you discovered anything new? Should we step into a private room with your company?
Give him a small smile and go, well, I'm not sure if my company would be comfortable proceeding further. That is up to him. However, there is a matter I would like to discuss with you in private.
I see.
I think Tavrick will go, no, whatever's back there will be fine. Besides, I would love to hear what they say, as he kind of looks over at Emery knowingly. As more of a, now that I know what you are, I'm not gonna fucking leave her side sort of look.
You did not just give them I know what you are look. You did not do that.
Whew. Very well then. And releases Luthien's hand as he turns to open the door, holding it open for the both of you to pass through ahead of him. After you, my lady, and my sir.
And consider, is it another obsidian doorway?
Yes.
He's gonna hold his breath when he goes through again.
Perfect. Because you do need to make another con save.
Mm-hmm.
Do I sense Luthien is familiar with this space?
Yes.
Okay.
It is the exact same room that you were talking in last time.
Mm-hmm.
With the chase and the small table and...
Does that mean that I have advantage again?
Yeah.
Okay, that would be a nat 20.
Perfect.
Again.
Yep, you're fine.
I got 21.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are fine. You got used to it by now. So, as you step through this doorway, it is a lavish room. This time. The center is the same, Luthien, but I didn't quite describe the entirety of the room to you. But it's lavish. It's quiet. It's definitely got a plenty of wardrobe and items scattered around the room. A bed in the far corner, a basin in another, and then the chase in the center with a table on either side and in front of it as well, and another chair off to the side. And Embry welcomes you both into the space and says, "You may sit anywhere you'd like, or inspect what you would like. But if you take anything without my consent, as my new guest, you will be barred from entering any of our spaces." Not that I'd have to worry about that from someone like you, correct?
Of course not. And he won't sit. He'll like stay and like lean up against a wall near the door. Unless like, does he actually have to sit, or can he just like?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
But I need from you. Ooh.
I don't like that.
Hey, Wonder Bear.
Oh, Wonder Bear. You're being requested. What's up? I have headphones on.
Tell Wonder Bear to pick wisdom or charisma.
Ari is telling me pick wisdom or charisma.
What are the circumstances?
And just pick one.
Charisma.
Okay.
Make me a
She said
charisma
charisma.
saving throw.
Oh. 9.
Ooh, that is unfortunate for you. That is unfortunate for you.
He collapses and he dies.
No.
Jesus. I get banished to an outer realm.
As you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'll get back to that in a second.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Luthien, Emery guides you back over to the couch
They're
you
going
have
to get
sat
back
on
to that in just a second.
many times, but opts himself to sit on the chair to the side, encouraging you to sit at the end by the table closest to it. So
Okay.
Second shoot, man.
I need to check something. Bear with me a moment, child.
Of course.
And
Take your time.
you watch as Emery looks at Tavrick. Would you like to make an Arcana check, or know that Emery is going to be gauging the safety of speaking around this man?
I would like to make an Arcana check, even though Luthien would probably have an inkling as to what's going on and why these two are in the middle of a stare down. Arcana modifier. That would be 21.
Beautiful.
16 plus 5.
Tavrick.
Mm-hmm. That's
You
my name.
feel almost a gentle heat sort of sifting through your thoughts, through your memories, gauging. You are unable to stop Emery from perusing your most recent memories, to which Luthien in particular will witness a moment of surprise before the mask goes blank again. Luthien, you know that Emery is strictly perusing to know whether or not they can genuinely speak freely in front of this man, to know if he is truly reporting to the people that threaten your existence.
Will she detect any like feelings or personal thoughts of Tavrick at all?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I was gonna say Tavrick, he'll I feel like once he would feel it, he'd just kind of, and understand he can't really fight back. He'd just let her peruse.
Well, Luthien isn't perusing. It's Emery who is.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did I say Luthien? Sorry, I meant
No,
Emery.
you said her. Emery is in a
he,
masculine form
right.
today. Masculine form
Yep.
today. The last time Luthien and Percival saw them, they were neutral, but today they're masculine.
Yes.
Okay, my bad. As Tavrick sees him kind of perusing, he will see times where he has like swept under the rug certain things or like not reported because he wants to keep Luthien safe, that he thinks Luthien is a good person and is something that is important in this world. The colors of her paintings come up that kind of inspire him a bit. And the fact that he finds the cities very boring and bland.
The recent dreams and conversations in the
recent dreams and
forest,
conversations in the forest,
including your interaction with a
Fox
certain fox
creature.
deity, and also a white stag. All these juicy details and these thoughts of yours.
Man, Tavrick's seen 3. That's so mad.
I got one more.
Seen 3. God damn it.
Oh, no. I don't think anyone's seen the stag.
No, but Luthien's seen the spider.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's right.
What?
Fucking god magnets, you bastards.
Me and Percival are just.
Yeah, the knowledge wanners have nothing.
Dude, we only see a fox.
Yeah, you've seen a fox. 2 of you. Technically, you've also seen an additional one. You just don't know it. Now, so as Emery is gauging these memories, and the brief moment of surprise passes over their face, he tilts his head in curiosity and it's just... Of all the creatures to be chosen by those. Well, Luthien, you sure know how to attract them, don't you?
And Luthien would just give Emery, like... So, for perspective for Tavrick and the others, Luthien right now is fairly relaxed, and as Emery addresses her like this, since she is in a space where she feels the most comfortable, she kind of gives him a little bit of a sassy look, like, what do you mean by that? It's not something that Tavrick has really seen. A look that he's seen her give before. It's not something that he would be familiar with.
Yeah, this is the most relaxed Tavrick will have ever seen Luthien at all. They are comfortable with this person. They trust this person. They are in their element in this space. This is more home to them than the home you have seen them in.
Damn. Okay.
And Emery just continues, well, I mean, if I had seen a deity in the woods or in my dreams, I also would certainly have my doubts about the situation you find yourselves in. So, Tavrick, is it? Right? I don't have another name to call you by, right?
That would be correct.
Looks at Luthien. We'll have to find a pet name for this one. Tavrick can be a mouthful at times.
He just goes,
I do agree.
Tavrick hearing this will go, as much as I enjoy being a mouthful, you can also just call me Tav.
And Emery just sort of looks a little impressed and shocked, and is like, so Opening up a little
Even
bit,
Wonder
are
Bread
we?
is looking at me right now.
This is the confidence you need, baby boy. Let's do it.
And Luthien looks taken aback, and she's just like, "I shouldn't have brought you." Like she has a look of, "Oh gods, I made a mistake bringing him here."
Immediate corruption, baby.
Well,
Oh gods, there's another.
Tav,
Mhm.
this is a protected space. It is a space where the only one rifling through your thoughts will be me, and you'll know
Oh,
when I'm doing
oh my
it.
god, it's
Oh.
TikTok's cousin. It's Aries'
Hello!
turn.
Hello, cousin.
Okay,
Hello.
guys.
Uh-oh.
Emery's form just slipped away for a second.
Emery's
This is
currently
the
buffering at my previous comment.
this is the
Yeah.
true voice of Emery. What are you talking about?
Wow. So, the only one rifling through your thoughts here will be me, and you'll know when that's happening.
Okay.
So, it's a space to speak freely. Isn't that right, Luthien?
Yes. And she would give him sort of a little bit of an anxious look of, is it really okay to speak as freely as we normally do?
Yes. I don't think you have to worry about this one reporting at all. Especially after what he's been through.
And after kind of hearing Emery say that, Tavrick will like go from leaning up against the wall and like having his like military kind of bravado to just going back to one of the seats and sitting down and relaxing a lot more. So like
And
the shoulders sag
and upon singing, Tavrick actually fucking relax for once. Luthien lets out a sigh, and you can see her just visibly relax the rest of the way, laying on this I believe that she's laying on the chase lounge.
Yes.
And she would look over to Emery and go, "There have been a couple developments, and I am curious and would like to potentially have
the
some
switch,
assistance."
I believe, is that one there. Yeah.
Yes. I've seen a couple of those developments, rifling through this one's head, in case you hadn't guessed.
I assumed you had. And she would reach into, he would see her pull out the familiar bag of holding that he had previously given her, that she has
Mhm.
stuffed more stuff into. And she would pull out the 2 new document cases, as well as I believe that she did obtain a sample of the flower
She did
That-
not yet, because that was
Percy.
has not received anything yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
She would pull these out as and sorry, I'm stuttering.
Deep breath.
She would pull those out, and her sketchbook where she had documented the particular flower, as well as put down the colors and a little bit of the effects that it had on Ylvanna, and hand these over to Emery, and just look at him and go, "The world is changing, Emery."
As it's meant to do. Is
Indeed.
that not the whole purpose of our
Our
arrangement?
efforts? Yes. It is. However, it's becoming more and more noticeable to those who are not privy to that information.
Well, the longer one strains for control over a world not meant to be controlled to the extent it is, the more it will fight back, as nature is wont to do, as magic is wont to do. The issue, and the whole reason we even have the things in motion that we do, is that if they hold on too long and too hard, the world will tear itself apart, trying to bring the real balance back. And they look at Tavrick and just say, "Isn't that right?"
He will nod in agreement.
Why didn't
Just
you
like a
tell
slow
her
nod.
of your dream?
Well, considering it hasn't exactly come up yet, it quite literally happened last night.
Ah, yes, distracted by another one. That would do it, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And Luthien just lets out a little huff because she knows that he's most likely going to tease her about incidentally summoning a god.
why are you huffing? It's not like it's your fault that the god was already there in hiding and you happened to say the right words.
That is fair. However, it was not my intention or my want to have that particular circumstance happen. And she would reach into her pocket and pull out the very familiar, I feel, to Embry, as he is familiar with her family. She would pull out the pocket watch and hand it to him and just give him a look of, you know what this is, and you know that this should be that I saw this destroyed. We both saw this destroyed.
Emery is inspecting the pocket watch that you've handed to him and has gone from playful to absolutely focused, zeroed in on this mechanism now resting in his hands, popping it open, inspecting every single centimeter that is available. He says, "Where did you get this?"
And she lets out a small sigh and goes, "Well, you saw through his memories, the fox goddess. We each had a trial with her. We each had our own task with her, and mine ended up with a bit of information and the pocket watch."
Be careful with this. Not because of who watches, but because it can change time. It has been tainted.
And Luthien tilts her head to the side and gives him a small smile and just goes, "You know a little bit about everything and everyone, don't you, Emery? As you know, I will guard this with my life. You're aware of how important to me it is."
And Emery passes it back to you, nodding. You won't know until it happens whether it moves you forward or backwards, but do tread carefully as this will impact the space around you, and only the space around you.
I understand. You know me, I do take caution with things like this. I knew it wasn't exactly the same as when I last saw it.
No.
And, oh, go ahead.
Continue, please.
Oh, she would probably stand up and start moving around. It's something that she does when she's openly anxious. As there is a lot going on and there hasn't been enough time for her to fully process it. Anyway, those document cases, do you think that you would be able to help me infiltrate them without leaving a trace?
Oh, absolutely.
I need those seals intact.
Absolutely. After all, what good is someone who doesn't have magic of any kind? Running a place like this? How else do we make things happen in this world? Just sort of waves a hand at you and looks at these documents. Now, as I do this, why haven't you brought me the robot that you found? The little guy, the little mechanical guy that were in your memories. Why isn't he here with you? He's very intriguing.
He is very intriguing. However, you might have to discuss that with your friend that you put me in contact with, as him and his business partner are quite attached and protective of the robot. So it's not like I could abscond with him without drawing unnecessary attention to myself.
Ah, yes. Little Percy doesn't know that I'm here yet.
No, he does not. And he decided to go to market rather than having a chance of discovering this place with us.
No,
He does
don't
have
you
his-
fucking pit that on me.
He, of course, he
This
has
guy-
his own tasks to complete. It makes perfect sense why he wouldn't be here with you. After all, that would be suspicious, would it not?
Agreed, it would.
Good girl.
I am hoping that his tasks do go well. And she would get up and walk over to the wardrobe. With a caveat, is this typically like her room that her and Emery spend
Yes.
a lot of their time in? Okay.
This is
so-
regarded as her space. To the
Okay.
point where if ventured further into and actually truly looked at, Tavrick would see murals that you, Luthien, have painted on the walls in here. And that there is a corner beyond the bed, like there is a door beyond the bed that just goes into an extra room for her creativity.
Do I see that?
Not from where you are. You would have to
Okay.
actually walk and explore.
Okay.
Luthien would go into the wardrobe and open it up, and within, would Tavrick be able to get a glimpse of what's inside of said wardrobe? Say?
No, it is behind the chase.
Okay. So she would be looking through these different dresses and gowns, while leaving Emery to the documents.
You know, I haven't
I have-
quite figured out how to wrangle an invite for the others yet. But I will, eventually.
To the Blothen Ball?
Bloden.
Bloden.
Tavrick, were you trying to say something in that time before Emery so rudely cut you off?
Correct. I was gonna ask if Luthien is in earshot of me and Emery when we're in that room for a moment.
Ooh.
Like, would she be able to hear me?
Are you moving
Emery.
across the couch closer to Emery?
I don't want to say I'm right next to them, but I might swap over to the same couch as them.
They're on a
kinda-
chair. They are not on a couch.
Oh.
They are on a chair.
Oh, okay. Then yes, I will. I guess I will move to a chair that is closer to him.
Luthien, give me a perception check versus Tavrick, a stealth check.
That's a nat
So-
one.
Oh, damn.
Don't even roll, bro.
She
Say,
she is
speak your
just
truth.
okay.
Those-
So
She's distracted.
Luthien
Ooh, pretty dresses.
Luthien is very distracted because one, ooh, pretty dresses, and two, she honestly really wants to change because she hates having to wear these clothes. They don't feel good. They're not of fabrics that she likes. They're not of a color. So she's honestly like a woman with a mission. She wants to get into something more comfortable, even if it's just for a little bit.
Okay.
So then Tavrick will look over at Emery and say, "So why haven't you told them yet?"
And spoil the surprise? Why would I ever? Besides, I'm protecting them right now by not giving them that information. Knowing of one is enough to get them executed. You, of all, would know this.
And as they're speaking, Luthien decides on a dress, and if they notice, there is a flutter of some purple fabric as she goes behind her bed and through the store to have a little bit of privacy while she changes into that.
Beautiful. Absolutely
And
stunning.
I think when Luthien comes out, Tavrick will be like really shocked and go, "Wow, you look absolutely stunning."
She always has.
And Luthien just gives Tavrick a small smile and just goes, "Thank you." And it really seems like she has kind of stepped into her own skin at this point. She's very comfortable. She's moving a lot smoother and a lot more elegantly, and a lot of the typical shyness and nervousness has melted away. This feels almost like a completely different Luthien than you have ever known.
Do you understand now?
Who is he saying this to?
You.
To me? I will say, I mean, I've always thought she was beautiful, but this is much more than I'm used to seeing.
Emery removes his hands from what he's doing and touches your shoulder to get you to look at him for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then says, take a second to look. See how much more comfortable, how much more real the Luthien here is versus the nervous one trying to keep herself alive out there.
And he will look at Luthien, and as he's kind of looking over her, he will remember the stag and the words that he had said about... Wait, were they there for that? I can't remember if we did the dream sequence separately.
there while
Yeah,
the
for
dream
your drug
sequence
induced
went on.
Yeah, they heard the dream
Okay.
sequence. They just were all
Okay.
muted.
He will remember the words of the stag saying, there are some people in your life that wish to be free. I don't think that's exactly... I can't remember what they said exactly.
It's close enough.
Yeah. And kind of some realization will hit. And he will look back at Emery and go, I understand. You do not need to worry. I understand. I do not wish for that to disappear.
Excellent. Then we have an understanding.
And Luthien lets out a small sigh as she flops back on the chase lounge and is very, very comfortable now.
Well, fortunately for you, this is a safe space. So if you would also like to try something new, my dear, don't hesitate to ask. there is a whole facility outside of this room. I just happen to take my sweet time crafting this space. You probably won't meet Bryn. They're a very distracted individual.
Luthien lets out a small laugh of just understanding.
I can try anything?
Anything. And there's like this smug look and undertone to their face as they resume the very small remainder of duplicating the document and also resealing these things carefully.
Sorry, is that?
With an expert
She's surprised.
precision.
Okay.
And then passes the copy of the report to Luthien.
And Luthien would like to read that report. What do I have to roll for that?
There you go.
Oh. Uh-huh.
That's all it is.
Mm-hmm. And Luthien takes this parchment and reads through it. Some parts she squints a little bit at.
It does seem to have been a very short window for what they're trying to do, so of course it makes sense that they have no idea what to use this for or how to dilute it properly. We'll have our acquaintance take his own time. We're not quite in a hurry. It's mostly the sample that I would like, but that requires going outside. Unfortunately, I have to keep care of this place.
Of course. Especially given the recent circumstances, as I'm sure you know. I was sent here on a loyalty mission.
Oh, I'm aware.
And it seems like they're trying to have someone attempt to woo me to know what information I know.
Which is why it's ideal that you go to the ball with either myself or Tavrick.
Of course.
Besides, the sooner we make it look like you are
Respectable.
intended upon was going to be the set that I said, the sooner they'll stop trying to arrange a marriage behind your back.
So that's been part of the plan. I had my suspicions, but
We knew it would happen eventually, didn't we?
we did.
That's okay. I have my hands in everything.
Of course you do. It wouldn't be you if you didn't.
And can I, while this conversation is happening, when they offered for me to try something, can I go get like a tattoo? Just while you guys are finishing up your conversations.
Like a tattoo, or like an actual tattoo.
I feel like an actual tattoo.
You want a magic tattoo?
I think I want a magic tattoo.
Ooh.
Is it something?
Well,
Yeah, you guys keep going. We could do this after. I just wanted to, I guess, remove myself from this.
think about the tattoo you would like
Mm-hmm.
and have it ready for when I get back to you.
Okay.
Design and purpose. Okay. Luthien?
Yes.
Yes. There's been an arranged marriage happening.
Yeah, and she had her suspicions, but she gets this really I'm so sick of this shit look on her face.
There's only so much I can do without raising suspicion on myself.
I know.
But
I am aware.
I have stopped at least 4 of them.
Let me guess. And she goes off and she names the 4 different suitors who have tried very similar things to what Trefar is trying to do.
Yes.
Were those the ones that you had to stop?
Yes. A simple suggestion worked wonders.
Yes. Oh. Curious. What suggestion did you give them?
Emery's face darkens for about half a second before just going back to that pleasant smile. It's just like, don't you worry your little head about it. That's my burden to bear. And sort of resting into their arm of the chair. Hold on. I don't really have a way to describe this. One finger propped on their cheek, the rest beneath their hand, or beneath their chin, as if it's like a very words, adjectives, they're important. So many of them exist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say condescending, but it's a curious look indeed, while they purse their lips and like, don't you worry about it. It's my burden to bear.
As you wish. I trust you, as you know, with everything.
Tavrick, give me an insight check on Emery.
Oh, am I in here?
You haven't left yet.
Oh.
Emery has to guide you where you need to go.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I just could have
Yeah, they are not
left
gonna
when
let
she
you fucking
offered.
Oh no.
wander around this establishment, bro.
The magician
Okay.
has to open the door for the guest.
Gotcha. So I'm making an insight.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20.
Baby.
Which is, hang on, insight would be 26 total.
Step into prep for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Upon hearing this from Emery to Luthien, who knows Emery, but not necessarily well enough with the celestial stuff. You can gauge the suggestion spell went a little beyond suggestion in this case, and that Emery either caused madness to the point of suicide or just suicide.
Oh, wow.
So
Emery, he caused it?
the 4 names that were mentioned are dead now. And they were not killed by external forces or natural causes.
Oh, shit.
Luthien does not know this and will not know this. And you only know this because of that nat fucking 20.
I think Tavrick, upon hearing, or upon, I guess, inciting this, will have like a, oh shit, a moment on his face. And try to avoid eye contact with Emery for a minute.
But now you understand the level and lengths they are willing to go to protect this person as a celestial fucking being.
And by this person, just to clarify, we're talking about who?
The lengths they will go to protect Luthien.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, maybe he won't look away then. He'll just kind of like an understanding nod.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hi, babe.
Oh, shit.
Guess I'm back here now.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
We would not have stepped out if he hadn't rolled a nat 20.
You weren't talking shit. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
That nat 20 just got me some juicy info.
Oh, you son of a bitch. God damn it. Why am I the old...
Wonder Bread was looking at me like, what did you do?
Oh, you want to mute and tell Wonder Bread you're welcome to.
Oh, I'm absolutely gonna fucking tell him. Hang on. Girlfriend
Oh my
privileges.
goodness. I'm your girlfriend too.
Yeah, but you're
Yes,
also
but
a
you're not
player that's
allowed.
being impacted by the nat 20 that he fucking rolled, so you are not allowed to know.
Oh, God. Okay.
What's
But
an
yeah,
underground organization without a little bit of crime?
That is fair.
Now, before I take this one to explore any of his intriguing indulgences, would you like to see the gown that I have to suggest to you? Or would you
Of
like to see the
course.
options overall?
Emery, you know I trust you with everything. Show me the gown you recommend first, and if I really have an issue with it, then show me the others.
Beautiful. Let me get to my resources because I have a bunch of them. Because I know you have yours, which is going to be the choice, obviously.
Yes,
But
of course, as this has been previously discussed.
there are...
Because, you know, I randomly bother you at 2 a.m. on,
Oh,
like,
I know.
a
I do
fucking
the
Tuesday.
same thing. I do the same thing to a couple of other people, so you are absolutely fine.
Uh-huh.
What was the reaction?
Bitch.
Well, hey, they're asking what your reaction was. Anything you want to say that may or may not reveal anything?
Kill Bill sirens. That's all they need to know.
Beautiful.
Tavrick got information, and I fucking helped Luthien actually understand what the fuck they got from the fox. God damn it, the both of you.
I'm sorry. I've been sick with a fever. The brain has not exactly been functional.
When they explained how it worked to you, and you didn't have any reaction. I was like, this motherfucker has no goddamn clue what kind of power they hold in their hands right now.
Okay,
Like, that is crazy.
I still have a fever. Okay, I'm trying my best.
I was sitting over here biting my tongue, like, don't get too excited, but oh my god, that's awesome!
Now that I understand it a little bit more than just, I mean, watches, yes, affect time, cool. But yeah, now that I understand it more, holy shit.
Okay, I'm collecting the resources that apparently I didn't have. I had them saved, but not like saved.
Saved. Yeah.
Because following a certain color palette was the original intent that he had.
Mm-hmm.
Before coming up with the alternatives. You see, I may or may not have acquired the best designer they had. Because we clearly have to win the belle of the ball for you.
Of course.
So, and he leads you to a different door that you didn't notice before that opens into a closet, a walk-in closet, mind you. And the first one you see, Tavrick, I'll let you choose whether or not you follow into this closet, because they are discussing a ball gown first.
I think he will tail them, but he will just kind of like give them space to like he'll let them walk side by side and he'll just be a little bit behind them.
I see that you found many options.
Of course. For you, I couldn't just stop at the first one that I saw.
It's not. And are any of these the ones you recommend, or is that one different? Or would you rather have me try these on so that you can see how I look and show off a bit, and then we can get to your choice? This is the grand finale.
I think we'll save my choice.
As you wish. So she would go back, and I could see her trying on the pinkish dress with the sort of asymmetrically cut skirt that's shorter in the sides. And you know, she comes out from behind the privacy divider, because I could see there being a small privacy divider.
Absolutely.
And
let me open these up real quick, actually, for... We're gonna step out in gown number 1.
And she would do a twirl and you know, kind of flow through a few poses as she smirks and looks at Emery and goes, "What do you think?"
Tavrick.
He's kind of stunned for words. He is kind of realizes he's been like gawk staring for a second or two.
Jaw slack, just like...
Just yeah,
Oh
and
my
he
god,
just
they're so pretty.
yeah, and kind of like shakes himself back, snaps back to reality. Oh, there goes Crab. Sorry.
Emery just subtly crossing their arms, tucking the hand under their chin again while watching, just... Well, I know there are a couple of choices that I put in there because it's the only time modesty is not required, but a choice.
I was thinking we would save those as next to last.
Okay.
And so she would give him a small little smile before going back and coming out in the next gown, which would be the black and purple with the
1 or 2. Just say 1 or 2.
1.
Gown number 2.
Oh my god.
Wait, where are these being?
I'm
In-
sharing
in-
the screen.
Discord stream.
Oh, I'm a dumbass. I was not watching stream. Oh my
Uh-huh.
god.
This is actually
Hello.
gown number 1.
Okay. Oh, okay. And I'm trying to pull it up properly here. There we go. God fucking damn.
Mm-hmm. This is the one she just came out in.
Oh my god, that's gorgeous.
And she would, as she comes out in this, given that it has a longer train, her hands kind of sweep down to the sides to pull out the skirt as she turns and she flicks the skirt to make all of it, including the train, flutter. And from this motion, Tavrick could tell that she is very practiced at dressing up in these sort of gowns and fashions with this material. Just as a small little insight.
Emery tilts his head and is like, beautiful, gorgeous, but not the one.
No, indeed it is not. And so she would go back and choose black and purple too.
When she goes back behind to change behind the divider where she can't see Tavrick, or I would assume she can't see Tavrick on the other side, he will like reach up and bite down on his finger super fucking hard. Just like a god fucking damn, and then he'll reposture himself as she finishes.
As she has gone back to change between these gowns, Emery comes over to the side of the chair that Tavrick is sitting in and leans down and just whispers in his ear, I know she is quite gorgeous, but do take a deep breath. You might suffocate trying not to reveal yourself.
And he this is out of character, but he looks down at his pants to check see if he's exposing himself. Just kidding. He
grabs a cushion off of the chair
grabs
to
a
hold in his
cushion. Yeah. But he will take a deep breath and kind of look over at Emery with just kind of like a shut up look.
Emery resumes standing as Luthien will return from behind the changing screen in this now visible gown. A little more revealing, but still not quite right.
And she does a little bit more of a movement and goes, I would agree. Before quickly going back behind the divider and coming out in the blue and gold, or the blue, gray, and gold.
Dragon, do you have a cat on your lap?
Yes, I do.
we could hear.
I was
If you
hearing
cannot
purring,
tell.
and I'm like, what is that?
Yes,
So,
there is a cat.
The last one that I sent?
Yes.
I think I actually have a better version of that dress available. Give me a second to see if it's here.
Take your time. Because I think that the second dress that you sent will kind of be the finale before the finale, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna finale, alright. I'm sorry. Wonder Breath's just looking at me with a disapproving face. I will also say the dress that's up on screen for us right now is giving me Genshin vibes. I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
I would agree. I just keep hearing the cat purring, and I'm like, who the fuck is getting that goddamn sound alert?
Okay. Yeah, see what I mean by better?
I see what you mean. So yes, she would step out in that one now.
Ah, my gods, are you stunning?
Luthien has this a little more of a flirtatious, almost, look on her face as she glances to Emery and then Tavrick and does a spin, letting the fabric kind of swirl around her and tease at the parts where it's more translucent versus opaque.
Wow, no verbal response from you two?
I had a verbal response, but I was still muted. That is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, I was gonna
All
say
of these
it's
dresses are
I'm behaving.
you're bathing.
I'm just saying, in general, the dresses are amazing. The first black and purple one, however, is so far my favorite,
Mhm.
personally.
This one.
Yes.
Yeah,
I do like the
just
second one
so
as well.
elegant.
Mm-hmm.
Now, while it is gorgeous, it's still not quite right.
I would agree, though this is one that I will definitely keep to wear whenever I'm here. I love the way that it feels.
Excellent, because you look phenomenal. Brighter than all of the
Ravishing,
stars
one
in
might
this.
say.
Oh, absolutely.
And with that, she would, drift off behind the screen again and come out finally in the dress number 2 that you had sent.
Before she comes out,
Mhm.
Emery whispers to Tavrick, you might want to take a deep breath before she comes out in the next one.
Tavrick's like sitting in the chair and he's starting to like grip the ends of the arms of the chair. Just like, oh my god.
Oh my lord!
And as she comes out, this is showing a lot of thigh, a lot of everything. But she seems absolutely comfortable wearing this sort of a garment around, especially as she moves. And Tavrick can see a little bit of her flirtation come up as she looks to Emery and offers a hand to him.
And he
Um,
takes...
mhm.
Suddenly, Tavrick's divine sight activated again. That's really weird, man.
I mean,
Well, she
Get
would
your
take
safety
his-
pillow.
She would take his hand and essentially use it to twirl. Yeah,
Yeah, he was gonna offer to spin her.
Yes, and pose and sort of show herself off more.
I need y'all to understand my patience is being tested so hard because not only do I
my
have this
God,
going on in
dude.
D&D, I also have Wonder Bread shooting me looks. I need y'all to understand the struggle that I'm going through right now to
Mhm.
behave myself.
My God, these dresses are gorgeous.
They are, holy shit.
Mhm.
And as Emery has helped you do your spin safely, actually spins you into him for a moment, to sway, sort of mimic the movements you would make on the dance floor of a ball, and whispers in Luthien's ear, I don't know if he'd be able to handle you in my best choice until the day of. Do you?
I'm not sure that you would.
Perhaps this is enough taunting in front of him.
Perhaps, though Whoever said that we had to stop in private?
Ma'am.
I want to see the final outcome. Let me see the pretty dress.
Do this.
Should we, Ari? Should we? What do you
Man, Ari
think?
needs a minute. You flirted too hard, and they gotta have a second to get back
Oh,
into
goodness.
angry.
Give me a second. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I gotta ask somebody else their opinion real quick.
I rizzed a little bit too hard.
Just a smidge him.
I'll be right back.
That's
I'll be right
fine.
back.
Holy shit.
I am going to have to roll. Welcome in, Airy. Do you wish to walk into the tavern?
No, not yet. I actually have a question for you real quick of yes or no to reveal something now.
Yes.
Yes.
Do we need context?
Ball gown for one of the characters.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Go ahead.
Eri, guess what?
What?
We just discovered the egg and what it is.
Well, kind of.
And you have discovered that a couple of folks aren't there.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're sad about it.
It's okay.
Camus walked
Also, I
in
saw
on me
Loon
naked.
naked.
You'll see
Yeah.
them soon. Once
Naked?
I handle oh my god. Once I
She gets so
handle
excited.
what scene we're in right now, we're not far from ending our session. So at that point, then if you still would like my presence, God, let me know.
I'm
And
sure the group would love to talk to Kelga.
I can send an
Especially since we started
invitation
late.
to Kelget's home.
I just went to Valhalla.
Ooh,
Right.
you'll tell me all about it in a minute. Thank you.
Admit. Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
Hold on.
Feel that thought, buddy.
You want to finish that thought?
For the record,
Nope. Not
I
the
wanted-
streams here.
as a player, to see the last dress, not as like in character
Yeah.
version.
Yeah.
That's
I don't- I
completely
fe-
up to you and Luthien if you want to wait until the actual day of the ball to reveal it to us. I just wanted to keep looking at pretty things.
I will say I think I personally would like to see it at the ball as opposed to
Other gods have spoken.
Oh, great.
As
Oh.
Emery
That's a choice
says,
of words.
Emery says to Luthien quietly, shielded in a way that Tavrick absolutely cannot hear.
Mhm.
But he is in love with you.
And I could see Luthien just kind of there's a small falter in her step that wasn't there before. As she kind of takes in this information and attempts to process it of just what? I see. And she just kind of falls a little bit quiet compared to earlier.
With a snap of fingers, a soft music begins to play in the background. As Emery continues to say quietly, what he has not told you is being blessed by a deity and making a promise to this land that aligns with our views. So if you have an intrigue in him at all, it would carry my blessing.
And she lets out a sigh and goes, I will have to consider it, as I feel Tavrick knows me in the world, but doesn't know me.
He sees more than you think. Let
I'll
him
trust-
see more of you when you are not in the cities. Shall we show him more of you?
Hey, yo.
Find it wise?
I would never
And show
suggest it
him more.
otherwise.
As you wish.
And swoops you back behind that space before bringing out the gown that he had not put in that closet for you to put on.
And as she puts this on, just mentally, this one feels right. It fits her like a glove. It hugs every part that it's meant to hug and flows where it's meant to flow. I don't have a good picture of the front of this dress, but the front is all mesh and applique and beading and just extremely pretty and fits in with the skirt. So I hand that over to
Don't
you.
forget the Discord, love. Because you left me see.
Mm-hmm. I am aware. I was getting there. So,
Just make sure.
does she linger behind the screen before stepping out?
She lingers behind the screen for a moment, takes in a breath, and steps out. The skirts are so light and flowy that they flutter around her and swirl and move almost like they're wings with a mind of their own as these colors and shades and hues shift with each of her movements shimmering and shining in every color one could imagine that they could find in nature or dream up.
Tavrick, this is what you see.
I think this is going to be a bit of a different kind of stunned for Tavrick, as the other dresses were revealing and, you know, maybe a bit scandalous, whatever you want to call it. But then when Luthien comes out in this dress, he's very much seeing a part of her he's never seen before and just trying to take every bit of it, like every bit of detail that he can. Watching how relaxed she is, how comfortable she feels in the dress, the, you know, swirling around and showing it off in a way that he would not normally. He never would imagine her ever showing that side to him. And he was awestruck is a fantastic word to describe
So,
how he's currently feeling.
another aspect as she steps out from behind the screen in this gown is the way this dress glows and moves is very much as if she herself carried a blue version of a celestial aura in this moment. Almost making her appear as if a goddess to you.
Good.
Sorry, I'm having multiple conversations. Sorry. Okay. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
This
We just do have to wrap up soon.
I know.
yeah, because I'll need to mute for a few minutes as I have a work call that I have to go to real quick.
hmm
So continue. I will still be listening. I will not be talking.
I missed the past couple seconds of that conversation. Sorry.
Okay. Well, Dragon has to go to a work meeting.
hmm
And we have been at this for a while. We could just make this the stopping point for the day.
Yeah, this could be a good stopping point.
Okay. Well then.
Paladin, what was described to you was that when Luthien walked out in that specific dress, it looked as if there was a blue, vibrant, celestial aura surrounding the way that the colors move and the dress flows around Luthien's body.
Thank you.
Which is what you missed.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
A very elegant, very beautiful description of that colorful dress.
Yes, that was a beautiful dress, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Well, we may or may not have been planning that one, so.
Mm-hmm. It
You
was
had
very
some
fucking
phenomenal fucking options.
Thank you. Thank you. You should see my entire Pinterest board.
That's just a sampling. Whew.
Yep, those were the choices. All right, my dears. It has been a little bit of a shorter than usual adventure, but we still learned a lot.
Felt like an hour.
I know, right? We still learned a lot. And I will announce to the Discord server, to my Discord server, when we will stream the next leg of this, because we are breaking this session up a little bit for everything. For after I have arranged a time with TikTok, Ylvanna, and Percival.
Hey. Hi.
And then I will
We did so much this session, guys.
Yeah, we did so much.
Great sport roles. We did good at our jobs, you know. We had
We
some
made money.
phenomenal roles out
Yeah,
there.
you guys were making money.
Money.
Money. Listen, you
That's
learned a
fun.
lot.
Area, I will say if you do need,
I'm gonna
or
a day with you two after. Yeah. I do need
wait
that.
for what?
I need you and Luthien at some point to wrap up this side of things before the next session. After I pulled it, because I want to pull the whole party back together by next session.
Oh shit! Okay.
Which is
So
why I
so-
said, like, at
like a
some point in the
30-minute
next 2 weeks, I would like to borrow you and Luthien on the same day that you guys are available to sort of
Okay.
wrap this side of things up. It shouldn't take crazy long because of how far you guys have gotten. It really depends
Yeah.
on what you have. It also gives you time to pick your magic tattoo.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I already have it picked out.
Okay. So then we'll settle that. Just keep it saved. We'll settle that next time.
I totally forgot that was the thing I was doing.
Yeah, you got distracted by conversation and...
I got distracted by beautiful dress and pretty lady. That tends to happen with me a lot, both IRL
Yeah,
and in
we've noticed.
campaign. Pretty lady in dress, I am distracted.
Yep. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. I think we're gonna go say hi to another GM from the trench coat. How about you? Again, ARC players and raid out. Actually, you know what? We're probably gonna do a different raid message. Let's see. We'll let the fox out. We'll let the fox goddess out. There you go. Thank you everybody for hanging out, for tuning in. We'll see you next time on Anathema Rising, Crescent Heart.
Bye.
Bye.
Supporting Castaway.